Hello everyone, this is Ash with another cooking videos. Today I'm making one of my favorite things, you guys. Pizza. Not only it's a highly requested video, but it's one of my favorite things to eat. Who doesn't love pizza? I'm personally using the 00 flour because it's made for pizza, but if you cannot find the 00 flour, feel free to use regular all-purpose flour and your yeast and everything else. But this flour, I bought it at Acme. If you cannot find it there, feel free to check Trader Joe's or any supermarket. Any Italian supermarket will have it. And like I said, I love my pizza plain most of the time. And who doesn't love basilic? Basilic is so good, you guys. I love it. You can drink it in your tea, in your drinks, and your sauces. And you can use it to purify your home. So use basilic. Last but not least, some plain tomato sauce. So, you can make your own tomato sauce if you have the time. But, I like to save time because the pizza dough itself takes some time. So I'm using regular store-bought tomato sauce. So let's go with me and I'm going to show you how I make my plain and simple, delicious pizza with basilic and mozzarella, of course. We're going to add mozzarella to the pizza. Let's go. So before we start the dough, we're going to start developing the yeast a little bit. So we're just going to let it rest for a couple of minutes just for the yeast to be activated. So for that, I'm using 1 pack of yeast, a teaspoon of sugar, and warm water. Not cold, but warm water. That's my nephew in the background, guys. I'm filming, sir. Thank you. For this step, guys, you can definitely use your stand mixer or you can use your hand. I'm using my hand today because I don't feel like cleaning the stand mixer. So in a large bowl, we are putting 2 cups of flour, mixing 2 cups of flour. How you want your yeast to be. The yeast is done developing. I'm gonna form a little hole. Then I'm gonna start mixing. I'm adding the water gradually because although you want the dough to be a little sticky, but you also want to be careful to not add too much of the water in there too. I'm gonna add some more. So this is the dough. It's a little bit sticky. I'm gonna add it, flour my surface, and then I'm gonna continue to knead it on the surface. Okay. And I'm gonna start working. Don't worry, even if it's a little bit sticky, you guys, just keep working it. If you are doing it in a mixer, you definitely don't have to do all that. The mixer can do all that for you, but I choose to do it by hand. So I'm gonna keep kneading my flour until I have a very nice and soft dough. You see how my dough is coming together? Even if it was a little bit sticky at first, but it's nicely coming together. Look at that softness. So I am done kneading the dough, you guys. This is what it looks like. Nice and like very spongy dough. It's like look, you can insert your finger and it comes right back up. So it's ready. Now I'm gonna let it rest for a couple of minutes. You form it into a bowl, then add it there, cover it up, and let it poof for, I'll say, until it rise up, really, until it rise up, because it all depends on, the quantity that you're using. For everybody's different. So here's my dough. I'm gonna let it rest for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna cover it up. Then we're gonna come back to finish the rest of the recipe. Is done poofing, y'all. Look, so nice and soft. I'm gonna put it in my pizza platter. This is what I'm gonna use to make my pizza. And some people like to use corn meal in the bottom. I don't really like to do that. I'm going to add some flour on top, some flour at the bottom. I'm using my rolling pin to roll it a little bit. If you're Italian and stuff, you can get fancy with it and roll it like the store does, but obviously I'm not Italian and I'm gonna use my rolling pin to do this process. I'm gonna tuck it in just so we can have a nice crust and roll it a little bit more. Here's the dough. You see how elastic the dough is, you guys? Whoa, oh, I have a hole in the middle. I have to do this process again, but the dough is so soft. We're gonna have like a nice pizza, you guys. The next step is we're going to brush the corners and also inside, but we're brushing the corners first. I like the crust, you guys. That's how I make my crust so big. I like a nice pizza crust. So now that all the surface is oiled, we're going to add the sauce. So now we are adding our sauce. We're gonna go in circular motion. If you like a lot of sauce in your pizza, go ahead and add more, but we don't really like a lot of sauces in our pizza in this house. So I'm going to continue in circular motion. You don't have to add sauce on the crust. Et voila, all set. Now I'm going to add the cheese. A lot of cheese in there, you guys. But this is going to be a plain pizza with basil. Add and place the basil on the pizza. Voila. I'm going to insert it in the oven, 450 or 400, it all depends on your oven. And this is it. It looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to dig in. Here's a close-up of this delicious pizza, you guys. Do you see that juiciness and how thin the dough is? This is what your pizza should look like. Taste test. Ooh, I am so excited. Never been so excited. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Guys, check this out. Ooh, so hot and so juicy. Mmm. So good, you guys. Thank you for watching.